All right, everybody, what's going on? Matt's in the house. Gonna do some recruiting talk here for 2023. Let's get this set up here. Hope everybody's having a good day. Just kind of rolling in here, running a few minutes behind. Couldn't get everything done quite in time, but here I am, and we're gonna talk about some recruiting here for Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, those kind of things. So let's just we'll just kick it right off, guys. Let's just get right in here and see what's happening. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know I am. Auburn Tigers. Now, with Coach Harsin leaving, we all knew that he was not the best recruiter, and he just wouldn't go in living rooms and just sit down with kids like he should. And it's just that way, and that's just how it is here in the South, and that's just kind of how you handle everything around here, and not being like it was at Boise, where you could just kind of get recruits from leftovers from Arizona State and that kind of thing. It's just different out here. And Coach Harsin just couldn't get it done, and we all know the story, and we talked about it on the show. Sunday nights will be on back on regular schedule probably after the first year. Look for me and Dean to hook up and get back together maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. We're going to dig in some of these bowl games and break all them down. So I think Auburn's like 9, I think, in the SEC right now. They have had some good commits, and Coach Freeze now going to be running things. We went over the list of coaches that's going to be out there that's new with him running the offense and the defense. Coach Montgomery will be running the offense, and of course, I like the DC guy, Roberts, Delta State guy, Southeast Louisiana. He worked with Pete Golden, Alabama's defensive coach, at one time. So he's putting together a staff, and with all the coaching talk about Coach Prime at Colorado, that's all everybody's talking about. If you tune in anywhere on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, it's just everywhere. YouTube, Coach Prime this, Coach Prime that. But Auburn's hired a new coach too, so we're going to talk about them. Looks like they've had some transfers come in too. That'll help them out. Their composite rank is 19 right now overall. Defensively, them and Georgia both has took on some pretty good defensive players. The guy right here from Highland Home, local guy, he's going to be a big lineman, 6'5", 240, and I promise you he's going to turn into a football player. Keldrick Falk is going to be a big playmaker. He's listed as a 4-star. I've watched Huddle on this guy. Highland Home is a big school, and anybody that's listening or anything knows kind of what's going on with Highland Home. If you're from around this area in Alabama, they're a big school. They've always got a good football team. I had him closer maybe to a 5. I think he's good. He's 10th at his position, and he's in the top. He's in the top 100 in the nation's rank for defensive line. Darian Reed, guy coming in from Columbus, Georgia, played over there at Carver. We've kept up with him. And with Dean coaching over in the Georgia area, we know a little bit about them. He's 6'4", 270, another defensive guy. So you can see where Coach Freeze is going with this already right off the bat. Another 4-star guy out of Carver, Georgia. Ellenwood, Georgia. Kanye Lee, you got to play in cornerback. Good-looking kid. He's 5'11", 185. The way he's built, he looks like type of frame. He looks like they're going to really add to him. He'll wind up being a good player for him, too. Sylvester Smith. Everybody knows this name. Everybody knows who Sylvester is. He played at Munford. We've seen him out here at Cherokee County. He come out here, and they've played him twice. Let me tell you, and if he's listed, they got him as a safety. And he played safety, and he had a lot of interceptions, and he was a quarterback on the team, too. 5'11", 195. I don't know. 5'11" seems short. He looked more like he's 6 foot at least, 6'1". But we're talking about inches. But nationally ranked, he's in the top 200 as a safety. But he's 17th in his position. He's 16th in the state. This guy, all you local guys listening, he reminds me of Q. He reminds me of Hurley and Hurley Henderson. And if Hurley and Chad and them, they watched the show some, you just couldn't catch Hurley. I mean, he's like trying to catch a greased pig in a pen. It's just hard to catch, man. Sylvester was the same way out here. The way he plays, he's vocal with his guys. He has good leadership qualities. And I didn't hear him talking a lot of trash. When they put some weight on him, he gets in the D1 program. He gets down there at Auburn and gets to playing. Let's keep an eye on Sylvester. I look for him to play. Honestly, I promise I do. I look for him to play. I think he can come in and I think Sylvester can be a benefactor pretty early in the process. All right, let's keep rolling right along here. Terrence Love, another guy. He's from Fairmont, Georgia. He's also going to be playing safety back there with Sylvester. Look for him to come in and probably get some playing time. A lot of four-star guys Auburn's picked up here. Wilkie, Denand, he is from Florida. You know, any guys from Florida, it's going to be good. Another defensive lineman guy, 6'4", 245. And from what I've read, his bench press and squat stuff is good. This kid, he's a strong kid. Played at John Carroll down there. Carl Wood Day, a guy from Tampa Wood, Florida. Clay Whedon, that's his name. 6'6", 295, another four-star. Plays inside out. He can play any type of offensive line. Probably a guard. Then they get into some three-star guys down here. Brandon Joyner, Auburn. We know who he is, Joyner. We always like to keep an eye on him. He was a guard or a tackle down in Auburn. DeQuivius Serrera, another guy from Florida. Ashworth, Georgia guy from Kennesaw Mountain. Connor Lew, he signed another offensive line guy. You got another cornerback, Colton Hood, and he's from Landing Christian Academy from McDowell, Georgia. They had a good team. Maybe 2 years ago, they had a good team. Avon Miller, kids from Mississippi. He's a three-star guy. Look for him to play at tackle. 6'5", 320. Let me tell you, this guy's footwork is good. He's a good pass blocker. Good pass blocker. Look for Miller to be a good pass blocker for Auburn. J.C. Hart, Nagasala, Alabama. Played down there at Locopocha. Todd always says it. I think it's Locopocha. I've heard some coaches say, I said Locopoca. I think it's an Indian name anyway. 6'2", 175. J.C. Hart, he's going to be playing some cornerback for Auburn and Coach Freeze. Taylor Johnson, he's from Louisiana, another offensive tackle. Edge rusher extraordinaire, Brenton Williams from Opelika, Alabama. A lot of regular guys from around that area. And then this Iowa Western CC, they're from the Bluffs area up at Iowa. I've seen a couple of guys on other Georgias and Bamas on their list. Also, three-star guy, 6'4", 280. Coach Freeze has some defensive linemen. Stephen Johnson, Fayetteville, Georgia, from Whitewater. He signed defensive lineman. And later on down here, they have a quarterback, Hank Brown. And there's another guy that's already there that some people's been talking about. He'll probably be your guy, but we're going to have to find out who Coach Freeze likes. And, of course, last but not least, a four-star, maybe 5'11", 185-pound running back from Montgomery Catholic, Jeremiah Cobb. He's running back, and he's been committed. I think he committed back during the summer. I watched him play a lot of games, doing film and getting ready and studying for them. Now, let me mention these two transfers. The McAllister kid come over from Vanderbilt. He's been playing. Get him. He's in there. Then the FIU kid, of course, the Fairweather kid. He's going to definitely be a tight end type guy, 6'5", 210 pounds. Because the way he likes to run the ball, Coach Freeze, that is, the way he likes to run, and he runs inside out, runs a lot of RPS. He loves to have those ends to make sure they can block. So definitely their tight ends are big tight end blockers like the big zero kid is out of Georgia. Alabama, right now it's showing them overall ranked number 2. Jeremiah Alexander, he was a good pickup for them. We've seen him play state championship game. He's a playmaker. He's a 5-star guy. I've seen him make a lot of plays in the state championship game. He's an edge rusher type guy. And the Campbell kid from IMG, he's another edge rusher for Bama. Ty Simpson, kid that come from Tennessee. I did a little special on him back a few weeks ago on one of the other shows. He's a 5-star quarterback. You know, we've talked about him. Aaron Anderson, Elijah Prickett. These are some guys that are from Louisiana and stuff. Geneva County, Emmanuel Henderson, he's already been there. He's going to play some. And of course, Isaiah Bond, we talked about him during the year. Keep your eyes out for him. He played over at Buford, the team that come over here and beat Thompson. They got put out in like third round. He's a big-time playmaker. Shaz Preston from Louisiana, going to be a wide receiver. And Bond is listed as an athlete. Now, he could do about anything. He could run the ball or play defense too. Tyler Booker, IMG guy. I watched some video on him. Super good. He's a 4-star also. He's going to be a tackle at Alabama. Defensive line, the Perry kid from Pike County. We've watched him play some. Watched some film on him at Pike Road. Another defensive guy. You can see where they're heading with this, where Coach Saban's trying to do. Jeremiah Otis, another guy from Mississippi. He's going to be a defensive lineman, 6'4", 370. He can fly too. I've seen high school huddle stuff on him. He can make a difference in a game. Sean Murphy from Virginia, 6'2", 215. He's a linebacker type guy. Kobe Pennis, he is a wide receiver from Calera, Alabama. And Kendrick Law from Shreveport, Louisiana. I have watched him. He played. They put him out in the slot. I've seen him run the ball. He played at Captain Shreve school. He's a good football player. And the Miller kid from Tyler, Texas. 5'10", 195. Earl Little Jr. from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's going to be a cornerback playing at Saban's position, 4-star guy. And Traquan Fagans, another guy, know that name, Fagans. He also played at Thompson. He's from Alabaster, a corner. Nothing gets by this guy. And we got another kid from Florida, 6'4", 220, listed as an athlete, 4-star, Antonio Kite Aniston. Remember him? We've talked about him. We watched him play, seen him play in several different games. And he was another one of those guys, man. He could run the ball. They could throw it to him or do about anything. 6'1", 180. I thought he was a little bigger than that. He looked like a 6'2", 200 to me. The Hastings kid from Clearwater Academy. He's another 4-star defensive lineman, 6'4", 290. Elijah Brown, this is the tight end people that we're looking for. He's from up north, from Dayton, Ohio, 6'5", 230, 4-star, nationally ranked 299th, but 13th by his position. The Shore kid, another offensive tackle, 6'6", 295. He had some early visits. He's from Alpharetta, he's from Denmark originally. And I watched some video with him translating his game. He's not played a whole lot of football, but man, this guy, 6'6", 295, I watched film on him. He really understands the concept of getting your butt to the ball and how to block the run plays. So keep an eye out for him. Dane Shore, Shor. He's enrolled as a offensive tackle. Jake Pope, another guy from Buford. That's why you see all these guys, Bama having one of the top classes, always ranked 1 or 2. You get these 4 or 5-star guys from, national championship teams, from the kid from the Haynes kid. They got him, those are the kind of guys that you definitely want. Downs, Caleb Downs, that's his name. Now all those guys have been playing and made a lot of difference now. The newest faces, Kenyon Kelly, 6'6", 242. He signed today. Caden Proctor, he's another guy that played at Iowa. He's from where I think the Quanjo brothers are some. A guy from Carver High School, James Smith, defensive lineman. Rousseau kid, he's an edge rusher, another 5-star from Montgomery, played at Carver. And there's Justin Haynes, I just talked about him. listed at 5'11", 200. He signed today. The Hurley kid that played at Florence signed. Jalen Hale. Now, Jalen's from Longview, Texas, and the type of competition that they play out there, this kid's ready to play football. You got a running back, Richard Young. He's from Lehigh Acres in Florida. 5'11", 200 pounds, listed as a 4-star. Tony Mitchell. He's meeting up with some of his teammates that I just listed. Hey, Zach, what's up, buddy? Some guys that I just listed on here. Thompson's. So you got a safety from Thompson. Other guys I was talking about. There's some guys that they've already been there, and I wanted to go through some of them to kind of give some relevance of how local Bama has really stayed very local. You heard a lot of names from Thompson and Buford from last year. Now, these past few I've given you, these are this year coming in right now. Jordan Renaud, another guy from Texas, 6'3", 245. He's another defensive lineman. The Holston kid played. He's from California. A quarterback, supposed to be pretty good. Elite 11 type stuff. I've tried to keep up with him. He lets go of the ball fast. He's got good feet. I like the way he moves his feet on his 3-5 step drops and that kind of stuff. Now, the Formby kid, he's from Northridge. He's going to be listed as an offensive lineman. Seen some pictures of him, and he's just huge, man. This guy, it says 6'7", 290. He looks like 6'10". He might as well be 6'10", 300 pounds. Huge, big kid, and he's been playing football for a long time. And he's from right there in Tuscaloosa area. They listed him as a 4-star. He's 8th in his position overall. This kid right here, keep your eyes out for him. Longerin, Dylan Longerin from Snellville, Georgia, quarterback. They got him as a 4-star. Don't put all you chips in a basket for the stars. Sometimes that don't always mean everything. Those are opinions by people that do it for a living. They're supposed to, classify these kids. I like this kid. Yeah, you just go watch film on him. Dylan, Dylan Longerin, Lonergan, and he played at Brookwood. He's over from Snellville. Quarterback signed today. Hunter Osborne, Hewitt Trussville. There's some more local guys, be some defensive guys, and a receiver, Malachi Benson. This kid is from, again, that Hutchinson CC. He played out at Kansas, 6'1", 185. He can fly. He's very fast, got a good 40 time. His box scores are very high. Edric Hill, another kid from out west from Missouri, defensive lineman, 6'3", 290. 6'6", 315. Hollis Allen, he is from Connecticut. Some more big guys from up north. Offensive tackle, another offensive tackle, the McVeigh kid. He's from St. Louis. And Ty Lockwood. Ty Lockwood is a guy played at Thompson Station. I have watched some film on him. 6'5", 225. They got him as a 4-star, as a tight end. And this guy can make plays. I don't want to say he's Brock Bowers because I don't, Brock's played his second year now at a high level at Georgia. This kid could be very good at that. Ty Lockwood. Look him up. Tylockwood. Ty Lockwood. 6'5", 225. Good kid. Justin Jefferson from Mississippi. He's going to come in and play some linebacker. Wide receiver, the Jared Hamilton kid from Florida. Then you got another wide receiver, the Cole Adams kid. He's from Ossawa, Oklahoma. Got some kids from Pascagoula, Mississippi. Bryson Hubbard listed as an athlete, 6'2", 195. The Raquiz Elderberry from Anniston. Raquiz is one of the big linemen. Now, what number was he? I want to say 55, but I'm going to get it wrong. I remember watching him play when they played Piedmont and stuff. Guys, he's listed as a 4-star. He's good. This kid is really good. He's a good football player. He's listed 21st state overall as an interior offensive lineman. Just go look up Raquiz. He played at Anniston. Very much, you could tell he's D1 athlete. You can watch some of these kids and tell that he's good. And those are the names of some guys that signed today. Now that stuff is going to change. This was just today, and we went over some of. I didn't go over the last year talk about Auburn because Well, they really didn't have a lot of recruits last year. Like I said, Harsin didn't do a good job at that. So let's get over here into Georgia. You Bulldogs, they coming in too, man. They come in hot. They got 2 top 5-star guys and edge rushers. Kirby's doing what he does, man. He's building defense. This guy from Phoenix City over here, A.J. Harris, he's a good football player. 5-star listed, 6'1", 180. He's fast. He's a football player. He could be nearly like an athlete. Look him up, A.J. Harris. He played it at Phoenix City over here at Central. Fantastic football players. This is at Georgia. Damian Wilson, another guy he played down in Venice, Florida. He's an edge rusher. This guy's tall, lengthy, 6'4", 230, 240. Everybody's compared to Clowney. Seems like he was one of the first kind of long, tall guys, to play edge rusher. He's a lot like him. Getting into the 4 stars, Georgia's got a ton of 4 stars. Samuel Mapimba, IMG Academy. You know he's going to be good because Big Baby Hamp's been down there running that strength program, getting them ready. We're proud of him, a Cedar Bluff Tiger graduate. Jonell Agrua, he's another guy from up north, signed as a safety. Kirby Smart's linebackers, Raylan Wilson from Tallahassee, Florida. Monroe Freeling, another guy from that Colgate Academy school up in South Carolina. He's listed as a 4-star offensive tackle, 6'7", 283. This kid is a kind of Indian, dark-skinned looking kid. He's strong. I seen him block 2 guys on some film and stuff. He's number 1 in the state up there at South Carolina because that Colgate Academy, they got guys everywhere. Troy Brawls, he is a linebacker, 6'1", 205, be playing with the Dogs. C.J. Allen, another guy that played at Barnesville, Georgia. We kept an eye on him. Lamar County, he played over there. Signed with him, another linebacker. Wide receiver, Taylor Williams, played at Lakeland, Florida, 6'3", 200. Gabriel Harris, this guy can fly. He can do it all. Edge rusher. I think he could be a dang wide receiver. Look him up. Gabriel Harris, IMG Academy. He is from Branton, Florida. 4-star, listed as an edge rusher. Number 19 in the state at his position. He looks like a dog. This dude can get it done. Pierce Sperlin. We looked into him. This kid played down in Florida at a bigger school down there at South Walton as a tight end. 6'6", 220. He's the kind of guy Kirby likes to block that in. Fairburn, Georgia, offensive tackle, Bo Hugley. Looking to keep eye on him. Good sign, Lawson Lucky, another tight end, 6'3", 225. Daniel Harris, 6'2", 175. Cornerback. Jamal Jarrett, played at Grizzly. That's up there in Greensboro, North Carolina. Defensive lineman. Chris Peel, played a North Carolina guy. He's just smoking Kirby up there on recruits. Another cornerback. Running back, the Robinson kid, played at San Diego, California. I don't know much about him. I don't know how long he had been looking at them, and he maybe went away from USC or whatever. So we can look at that. That's San Diego. That's the Bay Area out there. 6'1", 230. It's running back. Kelton Smith, Columbus, Georgia. Played over at Carver. We've heard that name before. Carver, they're good, man. He's going to be interior line guy. 6'5", 300 pounds. And then you got Anthony Evans. Played over in Converse, Texas. A wide receiver. 5'10", 160. A slot guy. Super fast. 4.40s. Strong. Has a good bench, too. Justin Wright, kid from Nevada, is going to play corner. Another interior line guy, Joshua Miller, played at the Christian Academy up in Virginia, 3-star guy. Kyron Jones from Charlotte Christian, another North Carolina. Man, he's a running back. KYRN, Kyron Jones. There'll be somebody to keep on to be in the mix. He was number 21 in the state. And last but not least, you got to have a kicker. Right? Got to have kickers, man. 5'10", 165. The kid's from Episcopal School down there in Lafayette, Louisiana. And his name is Peyton Woodring, and he's a kicker. The Raymond Cottrell kid from Milton is a wide receiver that's really looking to go ahead and sign. And then, of course, everybody knows this kid from Brunswick, Georgia, is down there on the coast. big lineman. He's like 6'5", 6'6", weighs about 300 pounds. Jamal Merriweather, keep an eye on him. Play for Brunswick. He's supposed to be coming in. I think he committed last year, so he could come in and really make a difference. And those are some of the rundowns on some of that. Now, I'm really curious. Heupel, is supposed to have a good day today, and I'm kind of curious to where he did because I've been gone for about an hour or two. So let's kind of see what's been going on with Tennessee and their commit class. See. And they don't want to give me a 24/7 Sports Tennessee for 2022. No, signing 24/7 Sports today. 24/7 2023. Let's see what they got right here. I'm curious about this. 10. Okay. All right, Coach Heupel, I see. This is the guy. I done talked about him. I ain't got to talk about Nico no more. He's a quarterback. He's from California. He's a dude. He's the best quarterback in the class. I got out enough word for some people in sports media, and I said it first. Arch Manning was a 4-star. I didn't want to hear it. Go watch his film. Just go watch film. And it's there. You can see it. He's not that good. Yeah, he wouldn't. So Nico is your 6'5", 195 quarterback for Tennessee. Caleb Herring, a guy from edge rusher from Tennessee. Nathan Leacock, also a guy from up North Carolina. Just killing. He's killing Dabo up there. Arian Carter, 6'1", 215, a linebacker to Tennessee. Jordan Matthews, a cornerback, 6'1", 184 from Baton Rouge. From Alpharetta, Georgia, offensive tackle, Sherrod Umarov. All right, Ricky Gibson, a guy from Trussville, Alabama. Played at Hewitt-Trussville. There you go, Ricky. Ricky getting out there as a cornerback, be playing up at Tennessee. Jalen Smith, played at Grayson. Great school. Huge, big school. Plays over at in Georgia. He's going to be a linebacker for them. Jalen Smith. Nathan Robinson, in there from local hometown Tennessee, plays some edge rusher. He's 6'5", 272. That's a big kid. 6'1", 170. Christian Conyer, cornerback, as a 3-star. John Slaughter, a 3-star guy from Mississippi, playing some safety. Offensive tackle, 6'6", 340 from Hutchinson, Kansas, Larry Johnson III. Guys, you got to look at this guy. Wow. 6'5", 220. Man, you got to find some freshman highlights of him. Y'all go look him up. Larry Johnson III. I wonder if he's kin to the Larry Johnson that played the Hornets back in the day. Grandmama. Jeremiah Tandler, a linebacker from Gainesville, Georgia. Vincent Lang, another interior guy, 6'4", 335 for Tennessee. Jack Luttrell, 6'1", 187, a safety, coming playing ball out of Georgia. And all letters of intent are the Hobbs kid from North Carolina, playing defensive line, edge rusher, the Brantley guy from Platte City, and a guy from Missouri, athlete Carmen Seldon. Ethan Davis out of Swanee, Georgia, a tight end, played with Tennessee. The Weathersby kid that played over at Douglas, he's from New Manchester, defensive end. The Keith kid played at Parker High. He's already signed as a running back. Keep an eye out for him. We've seen him play some. He's a good ball player. Nate Spillman, and hard to commit, the guy that committed in just a couple of days ago. He's probably going to sign this week. He's going to be a running back. Deson Bishop. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee area. And I'm pretty sure the area they play football in up there, he's in a super, super good class. Looks like some guys transferring over from BYU. Kenyon Peel from BYU. Andrea Carvick from Texas. Charles Campbell from Indiana as a playing as a kicker. And Coach Heupel is going to add another tight end here, McLean Castle, coming in from out west to play at Tennessee also. So that's just some of the rundown on some of our SEC guys. Let's see what the top 10. the recruiting classes, how they got them ranked this year. See if it's still. Okay. Yeah, we got Bama 1, Georgia 2, Miami, Texas at 3. Miami coming at 4. Miami has 3 5-star guys. Bama has 6 5-star guys. Georgia has 2 5-stars. So Texas, hey, LSU coming in there about 6. Notre Dame's in the top 10. Ohio State's bumped way up. Look like they're about 5 right now with 1 5-star. Oklahoma. So we're kind of looking in on that. Tennessee has dropped a spot down to 10. And Dabo, the Fighting Sweeneys, are clearing out the top 10 at number 11. Let's get some of you Gators. Florida Gators coming in at 12. They got 20 commits. And Texas A&M had the best class in history of college football ever. Like scored 330-something points for the recruiting average. They're averaging a 91.64 now. They got 2 5-star guys. USC coming in at 15. Coach Riley out there getting in some guys. Got 3 5-star guys. Got 20 commits overall. South Carolina, Beamer Ball hanging in there. 22 commits at number 16. Khaki Pants at 17 with 23 commits. He's got 9 4-stars and a bunch of 3-stars. TCU, going to be checking him out in the playoffs. 23 commits. Staying in the top 20. Auburn Tigers, they're in the top 20. That's good, man. They hadn't been recruiting well in forever. Rolling on down the list. The Mike Leach's old team there in Mississippi State Bulldogs at 24 with 25 commits, 4 4-stars and 23 stars. Nebraska at 28, which would be Matt Rule is taking over out there. K-State, Bama plays Sugar Bowl, 26 commits at 29. The Baylor Bears at 31. Missouri's at 32. Kentucky 33. Kiffin at 36. And this is already signing day. And there's going to be some more kids signed as we're going on throughout. And on into January, February, there'll be some more kids coming in. Signing, let's see, anybody else worth saying? Wake Forest at 47. Look at Vanderbilt finishing in there in the top 50. Okay, I see you. I see you guys. So, I guess that's about it for right now. And I'm going to get off here. Just want to share some news about what we got ranked in here. And that's kind of about it. Missouri with 19 commits. Arkansas look like they got 20 commits. They're going to be overall ranked 22. Cornerback, the Braxton kid, trying to look for any type of local guys here. North Cobb guy, Malachi Singleton at quarterback. There's your name to remember. And Pinson Valley, TJ Metcalf. 6'1", 185. Okay. Played at Pinson Valley. He's got to be a good ball player. 2023 class. 500th overall. And he'll be going in here to play for last year, Coach Sam Pittman. Gardendale. Okay. Dallas Young going to play some cornerbacks. 5'11", 185, playing for Arkansas. Guy from McKinney, Texas, Christian Ford, going to be playing some safety. Just going through some good names. Alex Sanford from Oxford. Okay, I hear you, big dog. Be playing some linebacker out there at Arkansas. You go get them, son. We cheer for our local guys. See here, any more local guys we're seeing on here? Going to play at Arkansas for Coach Pittman. They had a good year. Kind of had a little bit of a letdown there towards the end. Let's just take a look at Coach Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss Rebels, and then we'll get off here. 4-star linebacker, 6'3", 200 pounds, son Terry Perkins from Raleigh, Mississippi. And just looking for some more local guys. Maybe we know from around here. Ole Miss got some guys from Texas, Louisiana, Texas. Okay, got some guys transferred from A&M. Kicker, Caden Davis, be going to Ole Miss from A&M, kicking the ball. Linebacker, Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste from UCF. Hey, he's pretty good. He's going to come up and play some linebacker for him. So, Well, there you go. So there's some of the SEC run around and run down, and I appreciate y'all stopping by over here. Me, kind of later in the night, we just kind of come by and get a little recruiting news in. So, y'all have a good rest of the week and stay warm, guys. Good gracious, it's going to be cold out. Friday, Saturday, be safe and have a super great Christmas. We love you and we thank you. And remember, it is the season to be given, and the number one gift given was Christ giving his life for you to be able to inherit salvation through him. That's the best gift of all. We celebrate his birth, but let's must be thankful all for his death, because without that, there wouldn't be no me. All right, y'all have a good week and enjoy and stay warm, guys. It's going to be cold. All right, we'll catch y'all next week one day, about Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, God bless.